They
The
were
Nation of Islam was a foundational Black American army. There are none. Nothing burger. You're having us random anecdotal tidbits about nothing burger. You haven't talked about any Black American army on tethered.
Let's go.
Nothing burger. And she's not a representative of our culture. That's why we don't want tethers.
no talking sense into you. It's just
Random anecdotal. Because
they
the
were
Nation of Islam was a foundational Black American army. There are none. Nothing burger. You're having us random anecdotal tidbits about nothing burger. You haven't talked about any real contribution because there are none.
I just said the Nation of Islam was a Garveyite. They
The
were
Nation of Islam was a foundational Black American, Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, foundational Black American, who built up the Nation of Islam.
And that's not my phone. That's actually the real lives breaking up like that. So that's Tariq's slide, not mine.
The longest, most respected organization in the country ain't got a guy with Garvey. If that were the case, why are Marcus Garvey's organization still around with respect and
Okay, so he's breaking up. That was a valid point. Now, I do disagree. I believe the Nation of Islam was inspired, and they borrowed a lot of the costumes, the clothing, even the wants and beliefs. So they did borrow a lot. They borrowed a lot from the UNIA movement. They borrowed a lot. Okay, even how the MGTs dressed, the GCC, like even how they dressed, they look just like women from the UNIA. So I disagree with Tariq on that. They definitely borrowed the playbook. It did. And it just went to Islam with it. So I disagree with that. But I agree with if the Garveyites was so strong, because you got the Nation of Islam at that time, you got the Garveyites, you got the Moors, the Moors scientific, the Moors science temple. Okay. If the Garveyites were that strong, then why did now you can't say because he got deported because Noble Drew Ali went missing. So two out of the three had no leadership. So why was the Moor Science Temple able to survive till this day? There's more to the Target Bay. There's Moors to this day. You look at Farrakhan, you got this Islam. Where are the Garveyites? I ain't talking about people who, I'm talking about the organization that kept going. Why, when he left, it dissipated? Okay, if the owner of Walmart, the creator, dies, Walmart still exists. Like that's a strong, organization. When the leader dies, it still goes. Okay, Garvey goes, and so does the Garveyites. Elijah Muhammad goes, we got Farrakhan holding Islam. Noble Drew Ali goes, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali goes, but we got so many different chapters of the Moorish Science Temple today. So funny because I played the Cyber City video with the dash cam getting locked up for the insurance fraud. Okay, so that was a great point. It's like if that was so valid, so strong, why did it just wither out in the wind when he got deported? Anyway, let's continue.
Huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
I disagree with you, Tariq, because I think you're
No. Andy, no. First of all, I said tether. I don't think that's directed towards you because I don't know you. But I don't think I did. But if I did, maybe you're spewing tether points, tether talking points. So that's why we just call it tether. So if I did direct it towards you, which I didn't. Look at this guy. Go. Yeah, so if I called you tether, it was more so tether talking points. Just like we got white supremacist talking points. We got women's lib talking points. So you can spew a talking. You can spew a talking point and you'll be seen as the actual authentic voice of that talking point.
Saying everything I'm saying is underwhelming. You're dismissing it.
Right.
Now, how can you dismiss Garvey?
Yeah, I am. Garvey was not what y'all think he was. Garvey was somebody who we elevated. We elevated Garvey. Let's get that Garvey thing straight. Garvey didn't get a damn thing popping in Jamaica. We done said this multiple times. Garvey didn't get a damn thing popping in Jamaica. The Jamaicans did not even like Garvey. Garvey tried to get his movement started in Jamaica. He failed multiple times. He only got it popping when he came around foundational Black Americans because we were embracing everybody. If you were Black and you were talking about Black empowerment, come on, you are our brother. It is not the other way around. He didn't influence us. We influenced his movement. And we elevated him. We were already on that. We were already about elevating Black people globally. Yeah, Garvey never even went to damn Africa.
And that's a problem. And you'll see, because he had a blueprint of terms and conditions and everything got asked for FBA. He had that. And to not ever to been on the continent. So you want to go back to Africa, but you didn't make any prior arrangements. You didn't go and talk to them first and see how they felt to build an alliance. You're just going to go over and just tether. That's wild. So he was going to have us as tethers over in Africa. And then the Africans would have had a legitimate gripe against us. So now we're tethering. Like, yeah, where you come from? And then we would not only tethering, we would have been illegals. We would have been the bona fide definition of a tether. We would have been having trusted Garvey. That is funny.
Garvey failed. Garvey failed. Let's be real. And then when he went back to Jamaica because of the whole mail fraud thing,
he did fail. And Tariq being light, I ain't gonna be light. I'm gonna be honest. So now, and then just address you real fast. You said, "Hey, I do got a source, dude. I want." So now, listen. I'm gonna teach you how to source correctly. Okay? Because I know a lot of y'all doing the bell curve thing. Charles Murray. So I'm gonna help you out of source, bro. It's not about just knowing a book. I want you to give us the quote in the book about how the Deacons for Defense was pretty non-impactful. Okay, so now that could be respected. You can at least do that for me. Go and give us a quote from the book how the Deacons for Defense wasn't really that impactful, or just a very small organization. Give us that at least.
because some of the Caribbean tethers he had around him were undermining him. That's what John Henry Clark said. Some of his men that were undermining him, feeding information to law enforcement, were Caribbeans. His fellow Caribbeans undermined him. And then when he went back to Jamaica, he ran for political office against a white man. The white man won. That's why he left Jamaica. He said he's ridiculous over here. He died in Britain. He was disgusted with Jamaica. Let's get that Garvey thing straight. That didn't do us no damn favor. He didn't do anything for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad stood on FBA business. Elijah Muhammad had the real blueprint. He did things the right way. That's why the organization is still strong to this day. The template is still strong. Nation building, men standing on business, respecting the women standing on business, respecting the men, Black empowerment, investing in land, investing in businesses. Elijah Muhammad was standing on FBA business. You understand? And he influenced so many other people. But yeah, don't tell me about some Garvey influenced some damn body and Garvey failed. Garvey failed. Yeah?
That's either true or false.
Well, we got to get this history straight. People come in here talking about their contributions. Man, please, y'all been getting it in off of what we've created. And I'm not trying to denigrate nobody, but no. We got to speak truth to power. And this dude start talking about some random lawsuits. That's not some major contribution to
Yeah, learn how to source information, bro, and quote it correctly before you come at the crown. All right.
We all learned in school that Marcus Garvey was Jamaica's first national hero, but you probably don't know that he was actually chosen in what one historian called.
Oh, by the way, Adonia, Adonet, Adonet, I'm gonna call you Bruce. Did she say Marcus Garvey was chosen? Who chose this guy? Hold on. You gotta see. Did you read that? You got sources. Did you read about Marcus Garvey? Who was he chosen by? So he was really a real tether. Like he came here to target FBAs. Run that back, sis. Run that back, Turbo.
Probably don't know that he was actually chosen in what one historian called
And obviously, she's Jamaican. Her whole channel donate to Jamaican history and politics, things like that.
don't know that he was actually chosen in what one historian called an act of symbolic blackness to encourage dark-skinned Jamaicans to go along with the government's carefully crafted agenda to
Oh, Marcus Garvey was a government informant of Jamaica. Marcus Garvey was a chosen government informant of Jamaica to come and sabotage Jamaicans and then come over here and sabotage FBA's movement to get us to trade Patrick Mahomes for, which is America. Patrick Mahomes represents America. So Garvey wanted to come over here and try to get us to trade Patrick Mahomes for Daniel Jacobs, trade John Morant for Jello Ball. Oh, that's what he was trying to do. Okay. Let me hear more.
brand the country as a racially united paradise. Born in 1887 in
I need that again.
St. Anne's Page to go, probably don't know in school that Marcus Garvey was Jamaica's first national hero, but you probably don't know that he was actually chosen in what one historian called an act of symbolic blackness to encourage dark-skinned Jamaicans to go along with the government's carefully crafted agenda to brand the country as a racially united paradise. Born in 1887 in St. Anne.
Damn. This dude was an informant coming to the best country in history to derail what black folks had going on. That's crazy. You got to understand, he got here during Black Reconstruction. So this is when you got the Booker T's, W. Du Bois, and here come this guy. All right. So let's hear more.
And Spade, Jamaica, Marcus Garvey was educated in London before moving to the United States, where he founded the Universal Negro Improvement Association. According to the Britannica, he taught that blacks would be respected only when they were economically strong, and he preached an independent black economy within the framework of white capitalism. To further his cause, he established the Negro Factories Corporation and the Black Star Line, as well as a chain of restaurants and grocery stores, laundries, a hotel, and...
What was he cooking in the restaurants? Was he cooking soul food, or was that more of a traditional Jamaican dish? I'm just curious.
even a printing press where he published the Negro World newspaper. But Garvey's brand of black nationalism clashed with the NAACP and other black leaders at the time.
Oh, yeah, FBA leaders was checking him. My boy W. Du Bois is like, yo, what is this informant? Yo, I smell. Yo, W. Du Bois said, I smell an informant. I smell a tether, yo. What are you doing over here, bro? With this crazy ass idea for my people. Run that back, sis.
Where he published the Negro World newspaper. But Garvey's brand of black nationalism clashed with the NAACP and other black leaders at the time. He rejected the message of integration and assimilation into white society. Instead, he envisioned a separate Black nation where Black people could acquire economic power and have a sense of community and group belonging.
Right. He just made this stuff up. You got to check the time, bro. You're in 1910. What are you talking about? This is the height of Jim Crow. Okay.
In 1922, he was convicted of mail fraud and
Can you? Oh, they go to scammer side. And that's a shame. A lot of African Americans get charged with scamming, and this guy got charged with scamming. He's probably the first to the scamming.
and group belonging. In 1922, he was convicted of mail fraud and after serving a 2-year sentence was deported back to Jamaica.
Look at my boy J. Edgar Hoover. He was like, yo, FBA, I got you. I got you. I know he won't leave on his own accord. I got you. So even though J. Edgar Hoover got the negative side, all that LGBT Paul stuff, but at the end of the day, he's still American. So he stood on business. He's like, yo, I got you. Get this guy out of here.
On his return to Jamaica, Garvey attempted to continue his political activism and the work of the NIA. But
you see how I got ending that, Bruce? Fred Hampton. Like you're throwing out names like Garvey, Fred Hampton, like FBAs ain't smart today. Like, dude, that don't work. Nah, we're hip to these people today. Definitely. Me, I'm a researcher, a journalist. You got the right one, baby.
His influence was not the same as it was in the activism and the work of the NIA, but his influence was not the same as it was in the United States.
So he went back to his own people, and his influence wasn't the same as the United States. So, because you know why? They seen the making of him. Like they seen, Mr. Potato Head. Like the Jamaicans there, they seen that the Jamaican government put the glasses on them, the big nose, the arms, the legs. They seen the making of the informant. We didn't see it. They seen it. So that's why he wasn't successful in Jamaica. They seen the making of the informant. So they knew better. Like, dude, if you don't stop, man, with this old back to Africa bullshit, watch this. And you know what's funny? That Jamaicans today would claim they love Africa so much. Well, when Garvey came to y'all and said, let's go back to Africa, y'all was like, hell no. So it's like a lot of hypocrisy in the Jamaican African connection bullshit.
And he eventually moved to London. But the colonial government had a problem. Local freedom fighters had begun to spread Garvey's message of Black empowerment and African pride, and it resonated with the majority dark-skinned Jamaicans. As the path to independence
so now
was
Jamaicans starting to feel Garvey got the truth. He's Moses.
Crafted, one of his strategies was to bring Garvey's body from London for reinterment in Jamaica and to declare him a national hero. Historian Henry Alting wrote, in dark-skinned Jamaicans and African pride, and it resonated with the majority dark-skinned Jamaicans. As the path to independence was being crafted, one of his strategies was to bring Garvey's body from London for reinterment in Jamaica and to declare him a national hero. Historian Henry Alting wrote, the national heroes were intended to create unity amongst the people and embody the island's state of independence. But some heroes also served additional purposes. For instance, Garvey, more than any other, was intended to appease those who challenged the myth of racial harmony. Or, as one Gleaner columnist wrote, Garvey is a national hero to Black Jamaicans, and these Black Jamaicans were increasingly caught up in the worldwide tide of African upsurgence everywhere. No doubt about it, Garvey deserves the title of national hero, but they made sure we learned about him for a reason.
They gave him the truth, though. Yeah, he a national hero, whatever that means, but he was a government informant. I can't even say it, but he was a government informant. Yeah, they sent their snitch to America to try to get us to. Oh yeah, that is wild, yeah. But my man went from government. He went from national hero to government informant. That ain't funny. Like, stop. That's funny. All right. So let's go here. So let's talk about the fraud claims. All right. Y'all ready for that? Fraud Claims in America that J. Edgar Hoover cracked his head on. Okay. So Marcus, so now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Marcus Garvey black separatist views and his relationship with white races like the KKK. Now, hey Bruce, can you explain this? Can you explain why this government informant is with the KKK of America? I don't like he came to the dumbest Americans, white Americans. He came to the most radical, dumb, right-wing extremist Americans to do something with. These guys have no power, no political influence at all. They're a bunch of savages running around terrorizing FBAs and probably Native Americans, right? And he built an alliance with the most non-influential, non-powerful, laughed at white Americans. And I bet you they met him in their hoods. So he didn't even know who the hell they were. And so they promised something. He didn't even know which one to make the promise. Like, you'll be money. That wasn't me, that was him. wait. Let me see. Take your hood off. Nah. The hood off. It wasn't me, it was him. He didn't even know who owned money. They all blamed each other. All right, so bro, what you want to do when you come to America, you want to speak to the brightest Americans of the time. Okay, you don't want to talk to the dumbest white. I'm talking about white Americans. When you come talk to white Americans, you want to talk to the brightest amongst white Americans. You don't want to talk to the dumbest, the people with no power, no nothing. Okay, niggas living in woods and stuff. You trying to kick it with them. Okay, so anyway, in the interest of advancing their shared goal of racial separatism, right? See, a bunch of crazy radicals. All right. Cause a division between Garvey and other prominent. See, Garvey ain't called prominent. So he's called a government informant. So government informant Garvey and other prominent FBA civil rights activists such as W. Du Bois, FBA Stand Up, who promoted racial integration. Right, this is our country and Native Americans are here and white folks are here. Nothing wrong with interacting with fellow Americans. Okay, so W. Du Bois G-checked. He got G-checked. Yo, what's all this pseudo talk? What's all this government informant talk, bro? Yo, you gotta leave, my boy. Not around here. Okay, so now, okay, watch this. Believing that black people, that this is informant Garvey talking. Believing that black people needed to be financially independent from white dominated societies. I don't know what that even means. What does white dominated society even mean in Garvey's mind? Like, yo, what are you talking about? So what are we gonna sell? Curry goat? Like, what are you talking about? So Garvey launched various businesses in the United States. Yeah, I would love to know about these businesses and how prosperous they were, including the Negro Factories Corporation. Okay. Okay, now watch this. It says the Negro Factories Corporation of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League was the finance arm. It has capitalized for 1 million offering stock shares at $5 each for African Americans to buy to provide loans to establish black-owned business. So now you guys are like, oh wow, look, he raised $1 million amongst black FBAs. Okay, watch this. Don't forget the word stock. So now this guy, we have a New York Stock Exchange. So I don't know what exchange informant Garvey stocks are on, right? But he's offering stocks for $5 each. And $5 at that time was a lot of money. It had to be like 500 compared to today for his shares. Saying some more crypto schemes. This is the scamming part. I'll read it. Okay. So now watch this. What was that? Okay, so he lost various business. He launched various businesses, which is AKA scam. So he launched various scams in the U.S., including the Scam Negro Factories Corporation and the Negro World newspaper. Right? We already know that shit scam. In 1919, he became president of the Black Star Line Shipping and Passenger Company, designed to forge a link between North America and Africa, but he's never been to Africa. So he leaves. Okay, it's one thing to be from America, FBA, and then have these ideas. And then you plan to go there and negotiate. This dude is leaving Jamaica. I got this idea. I'm gonna unite Africa and FBA America together. He never been to both of you. Like, dude, how do you do that? You would think you would meet both in advance and then come back and say, hey, now I got the solution. Okay, anyway, let's keep reading. And facilitate African American migration to Libya. Oh, yeah, you were right. So he wanted African. So wait. So why didn't Africans come to America? Why are FBAs migrating to Liberia? Why? Why are we leaving? Like when you form a business deal with two bosses, one person got to move from their house. They can just sit where they at. You sit where you at, and we shake hands and we go about our business. We got a deal. Why do I have to live with you to establish this link between FBAs and Africa? Why I gotta leave where I'm at? And then I become a illegal tether there. Like, no. So now look at J. Edgar Hoover. He peeped that, like, yo, I got you. I'm gonna get you out of this. So J. Edgar Hoover in 1923, Garvey was convicted of mail fraud. This is scamming. So mail fraud and wire fraud are terms used in the United States to describe the use of a physical or electronic mail system to defraud another. That's called scamming, to defraud. And are U.S. federal crimes. Jurisdiction is claimed by the federal government if the illegal activity crosses interstate or international borders. Okay, so he got locked up from scamming. Okay, for selling the company stock. Oh, remember that stock that made all that money? So, bruh, we hear that all day long. Yeah, the stock thing is like a PPP loan. Yeah, people get a loan for $1 million, but you keep going to prison for 30 years. So don't get caught up on the money that was generated. Get caught up on the legality or the lack of how the money was generated. Okay? Hold on. Come here, come on. Okay. In Atlanta. I was politically motivated. Garvey.
Oh, that good.
No account. Go ahead, bro.
Good.
I ain't hear you. All right. So Garvey blamed these people, right? When you're failing at your scamming and your organization ain't shit, you always blame these people together. When Kanye West got his contract, he just went here with it. All right. When Kyrie Irving want to get vaccinated, he went here with it. All right. So he was blaming these people, claiming that they were prejudiced against him because of his links with the KKK. You think? You're with it. Yo, the KKK is, even today, are recognized as domestic terrorists. Okay, so you leave your homeland, you tether over here with a scam, and you failed over there, and you come over here and you link with domestic throwaways, right? KKK, let's be honest, like they are the worst representation of white America. Okay, so after his sentence was commuted by U.S. President Calvin Coolidge, he was deported to Jamaica in 1927. So you see, so America had our back. They got him up out of here. So settling in Kingston with his wife, Amy Jacques, Garvey established the People's Political Party. So he's still trying to scam. Okay, so now he's in Jamaica with this shit. So he established the People's Political Party in 1929, briefly serving as city councilor. With the UNIA and increasing financial difficulty, he tethered to the best country in the world. He got deported for fraud, right? And now he's tethering back to where? Where's he tethering to? To London. Now, I'm gonna get London, okay? We're gonna go there in 1935, where his anti-socialist stance, because he didn't want to socialize with the regular folks. He was some Jim Jones type shit. Okay. So it distanced him. It distanced him. He does over here talking a lot. It distanced him from many of the city's black activists. So they had Jamaican activists, black activists, and his anti-socialist stance distanced him from many Jamaican black activists. He died there in 1940, and in 1964, his body was returned to Jamaica for reburial in Kingston's National Hero Park. So they made the dude a hero. Okay, let's talk about the stocks. So the Black Star Line, which is Sister quoted or read, from 56 West 135th, UNIA also began selling shares for a new business, the new Black Star Line. Now, if anybody ever trade stocks or learn stocks, did Forex, anything like that, we want to know what exchange was his stocks on. So he got stocks. We don't know what exchange they're being traded on. Like, this is the definition of a goddamn scammer. So he's selling shares, but what exchange are they on? All right. So he's selling illegal shares for a new business. That's what this should have said. Selling, I got a contact with Wikipedia. He's selling illegal shares for a new business, the Black Star Line. Yeah, they got all these crazy new businesses seeking to challenge the white domination of the maritime, or don't do the maritime law, this old pseudo-Moorish, of the maritime industry. The Black Star Line based its name on the White Star Line. Oh my God. He literally blackwashed some white bullshit. Okay. Garvey envisioned a shipping and passenger line traveling between Africa and the Americas. Wait, hold on. So we're going to just skip Jamaica? Yeah. I want y'all to open your goddamn minds. So he got all this going on. Hey, Bruce, can you answer why we're not going to Jamaica? Bruce, he's a Jamaican from Jamaica. Can you please explain to us why he's traveling everywhere but Jamaica? Why ain't he going back to Jamaica? If he got the answer, Sway, why is he trying to just scam Africa and the Americas? What about Trinidad, St. Croix, Barbados, all these islands? Why are you skipping the islands and only trying to build a so-called alliance between Africans and FBAs? Why are you not inviting your Caribbean people to this? You know why? Because it's a play. It's a scam. And he don't want to hurt his own people. So he out here with Africans and FBAs trying to get us caught up. It didn't work though. Okay? Because J. Edgar Hoover and Coolidge, President Coolidge was like, yo, we see him. We got you. Okay, so now you gotta answer that. Why is he traveling between Africa and the Americas, but not the Caribbean? That's a question for your boy Bruce. Why are we not going back to the Caribbean? Okay, Black owned, Black staff, and utilized by Black patriots. There's a lot of Black folks in the Caribbean that you're excluding. Why are you excluding? Why are you excluding the Caribbean? That's wild. Okay, so he thought that the project, you would think that he would build an alliance between FBAs and Jamaicans. Like, yo, he don't know one African. And we don't know what African. So you don't even know us, but you're gonna build this foreign alliance between Africans and FBA, bro. You got a better chance to just building an alliance with FBAs in Jamaica or the Caribbean. Y'all don't think that was wild? Okay, anyway, he thought that the project could be launched by raising $2 million from African American donors, not African donors, not Caribbean donors, African American donors, FBA, publicly declaring that any Black person who did not buy stock in the company will be worse than a traitor to the cause of the struggling Ethiopia. So look at the selling point. If you don't buy this non-regulated stock, okay, you will be worse than a traitor to the cause of struggling Ethiopia. That was his selling point. Buy this stock. That's not on any market, no exchange market, nowhere. It's pieces of paper cut out with scissors that's in his back pocket. And y'all talk about the American dollar ain't nothing but paper, is not backed by gold. What was this stock backed by? Okay, can somebody can Bruce answer what was this stock backed by that he's selling for $5? He's trying to raise $2 million. What was this stock backed by? So if I bought the stock and I wanted to sell it, what can I get for it? If I want to liquidate all of my stocks in the Black Star Line, what money or monies can I get for it? Okay. Garvey incorporated the company and then sought about trying to purchase a ship. This is some wild shit, right? Y'all look at this from a 2024 going into 2025 mentality. Don't think about this when you first heard about this bullshit, like a fantasy dream Santa Claus explanation. Look at it now with your FBI eyes. This dude is trying to buy a ship, the Titanic, perhaps. Okay? The dude is trying to buy the Titanic. Because how many of us is over here? Like, dude, how many? Like, you trying to buy a slave ship? Like, what type of ship are you trying to buy? The Titanic or a slave ship? So, many African Americans took great pride in buying company stock. They said many. This is subjective. Because at this point, there's like 20 million FBAs. Right? I highly doubt it. 17 million was no. He had maybe he had a significant number, maybe 100,000, something like that. But he ain't had no damn millions. Okay, so many FBAs took great pride in buying company stock. Wait, hold up. What is that? Like, see, this Wikipedia article is kind of hard. Like, dude, he's not even, this shit not even registered. Seeing it as an investment in the community's future. Garvey also, now when it comes to investments, you buy any investment book, Bruce, you can never make a promise. That is fraud as soon as your lips say promise. You could never guarantee, you could never project a promise when you're asking for an investment. You can only tell them, you could project, but you gotta tell them what, you could project, but you cannot promise, you cannot guarantee. He promised. This is illegal. This is why my boy Jerry got his ass. He got my back. So Garvey also promised that when the company began turning a profit, come on, this dude worse than Bernie Madoff. that they will receive a significant financial return on investment. I mean, goddamn, really, really, some FBAs fell for this. Yeah, this is wild. Who's willing to call in, click the link, and defend this bullshit? So this scammer promised some delusional FBAs that when the company, when could be 100 years, 400 years, when the company turn a profit, they will receive significant. This is a prosperity journey on their investment. To advertise this stock, he traveled to Virginia. Then in September 1919 in Chicago, SMH, he in your city. Oh no! Are you serious? Yo, he came to SMH City. Yo, SMH is done. Ibizu can never talk. You know, he can never talk again, bro. This don't say he came to Jersey. I know that. Open, go. This don't say he came to Jersey. Because Jersey would have like, man, you don't get up out of here. Yeah, this dude came to Virginia. Stand up, Virginia. He came to the Chi-Town, Chirac, where he was accompanied by 7 other UNI members in Chirac. He was arrested and fined for violating the blue sky laws, which banned the sale of stock in the city without a license. Who can argue that? Who can say he was set up? The dude, I told you, his stocks were not registered. You can't just go around selling, lying about, yo, I'll get you some great, you become a millionaire. All right. So this guy got arrested for a legitimate cause. All right. He broke a law. He broke the blue sky laws. Okay. The blue sky law is a state law in the United States that regulates the offering and sale of securities. Securities is the same thing as stocks. To protect the public from fraud. That's why I said these guys were allies. So your boy J. Edgar Hoover, he did some evil, did some righteous. This is the righteous. He protected us from the fraud that Marcus Garvey was doing. Okay. Okay. Though the specific provisions of these laws vary among states, as you can imagine, they all require the registration of all securities, of all stocks, offerings, and sales, as well as of stockbrokers and blah, blah, blah. So he clearly broke the state law. So he got arrested legitimately. So stop believing the tether talk. Okay? That's proven. He broke the blue sky laws. His stocks were not registered. Look at this bullshit down here. That's not, it's a certificate for stock of the Black Star Line, but it's bullshit. It's a scam. Okay, with growing quantities of money coming in, a 3-man auditing committee was established, which found that so now, you got the auditors involved, which found that the UNIA funds were poorly recorded and that the company's books were not balanced. It means he was stealing. He was dipping his hand in a cookie jar. This was followed by a breakdown in trust between the directors of the Black Star Line, with Garvey discharging 2 of them, Richard E. Warner and Edgar N. Gray, and publicly humiliating them. Yeah, I'm sure you would. Y'all in together at the next UNIA meeting. Okay, taking notes. Okay, well, Jamari, when I put the phone number in there, my boy, you can call in. Band two. If I put the link and phone number, which I will do in a second, yeah, free to call in. You just gotta be respectful. I'm gonna mute the hell out you. Okay, so we can have this discussion. I don't know how you would defend this shit right here. I don't know how you would defend this right here, but you can. When I put the number back in the chat, if y'all scroll up, you'll find the number and links. By the way, but yeah. So I don't know how you would defend this, and I would love for you to try to defend this stuff, and whatever else. I mean, it's open topic. Once I get done with this, I'm on. You know what I mean? I'm on all this folk. I'm a can man. Anybody can get it. Jamaicans, you dig? Africans, Puerto Ricans, anybody can get it. Okay. So people continue buying stock regardless. This guy is good. He got arrested for stock fraud and he still was selling. This dude is a hustler. I can't even knock that. People continue buying stock regardless, and by September 1919, the Black Star Line Company had accumulated $50,000. Okay, and I guess that's negative 600,000 in 2023. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Okay, now what they're saying is that $50,000 is equivalent to $656,000 in today's time by selling stock. Okay, so they had accumulated in our time. So in our time, Black Star Line has accumulated over $500,000 by selling the illegal, unregistered, unlicensed stock. It could thus afford a 30-old tramp ship. No. Oh my, wait, what? What kind of ship he bought? So it could thus afford a 30-year-old 30. Wait, how does she look? Wait. They got a picture of it? Oh no. So he bought a boat or ship engaged in the tramp trade, is one which does not have a fixed schedule, itinerary, or published ports of call. God, he bought the word. Oh my God, he must got the hookup on this one. Master P sold on this shit. Okay. And trades on the spot market as opposed to freight liners. A steamship engaged in the tramp trade is sometimes called a tramp steamer. Similar terms such as tramp freighter. Cool. And the SS Yarmouth. What is this? So who coming on this? Like, how many people this can fit? We can't fit a lot of people. So the SS Yarmouth was a steamship notable for its part in developing Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, and connecting it to Boston, Massachusetts. Later in life, it had a central role as a flagship of the Marcus Garvey Initiative, the Black Star Line. Marcus Garvey, known as the Black Moses, whatever. All right. Okay, so this dude went there and bought. So when y'all click the link, y'all got to defend him buying a 30-year-old tramp ship. Okay, the ship was formally launched in a ceremony on the Hudson River on October 31st. The company had been unable to find enough trained black seamen to staff the ship. You might let a dog. You might as well let a dog just steer the damn ship. So the company had not been able. So he just unequipped, just a dream with no proof of concepts, nothing. He just winging it. The company had been unable to find enough trained black seamen to staff the ship. So its initial chief engineer and chief officer were white. Oh no, we didn't do that. So this guy was pro-segregation. He was pro getting money, doing things without white people. And your Moses went and got the Egyptians to direct you guys through the Red Sea. across the Red Sea. That's or help guide you in the wilderness. That's wild. This dude, he's trying to buy a ship, but don't have the proper people in place to operate it. You go there, you go there, you go there. Like a goddamn coach. You look, quarterback, center, no tryouts, nothing. It's just no qualifications. Just yo, you. They're like, yo, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, let me hire these white folks. Oh my god, yo, that's embarrassing. So the ship's first assignment. Yo, look at this from a 2024 lens. This is comical. The ship's first assignment was to sell to Cuba. Why are we going here? Oh, now we're going to Jamaica? What? Yo, when did the plans change? So the ship's first assignment was to sell. Why are we going to Cuba? And then to Jamaica? Wait, what happens to Africa? So we're going to Cuba, Jamaica, and then come back to New York. But I thought we were going to Africa. Africa sent us as a memo, like, yo, if you come over here, I'm shooting. I'm shooting that shit down if y'all cross out, come into our seas. So after that first voyage, the Yarmouth was found to contain many problems, and the Black Star Line had to pay $11,000 for repairs. Oh my God! So if 50,000 is 600,000, that means 11,000 was like 100, like 200,000, 100,000. God damn! On his second voyage, again to the Caribbean, it hit bad weather shortly after departure and had to be towed. Yo, bruh, are you serious? How do you tow a ship? Yo, how do you tow a ship? Hello, AAA, how can I help you? Are you a new caller? And if are you a new member or what's your phone number? No, I'm new. Okay, what's your issue? You need a jump? You need a tire? You need to be towed? Yeah, it gotta be towed. Okay, no problem. What highway are you on? What road? Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not on the highway. What you mean? Like, where you at? You ready? Don't laugh. Take me serious. I'm dead ass. I'm in the water. Yo, how'd you get in the water with a car? Man, I ain't a car. It's just shit. What? You just cussed? No, I said ship. It's the Black Star Line ship. Google it. Yo, a ship got towed back to New York. I'm done. Yo, but why are we towing the ship we just bought for $500,000? $1 million. Okay? So the Coast Guard for further repairs. Garvey, I know that costs a lot of money because the Coast Guard get involved. Garvey planned to obtain and launch a second ship by February 1920 with the Black Star Line, putting down 10,000. I told you, what would I say? $100,000 in today's time money. Deposit on a paddle ship. So he's going to buy another ship, a paddle ship called the SS Shadyside. Why would you buy anything with the name Shady? And that's how you know he's not up on FBA culture. We know what shady means. So sometimes white folks could have it, they play games in your face. Shady. You're like, nah, I'm good. So in July 1920, Garvey sacked both the Black Line Star Secretary, Eric D. Smith Green, and his captain, Joshua Cockburn. Oh, shit. Pause. Like, why even hire a guy like that? The latter was accused of corruption. Uh-oh. Here we go. Scamming each other. In early 1922, the Yarmouth was sold for scrap metal. What? Bringing the Black Star Line less than 100 of its original purchase price. But he promised you all his returns on your stock money. Okay. The worn-out steamboat Shady Side was abandoned on the mud flats at Fort Lee, New Jersey. I tell you, yeah, over here we don't play that. In the fall of 1922, when the Black Star Line collapsed. Wow. So all this promise about a great return, and then don't forget, he threatened you. He said, if you don't buy this stock, you are the worst trader than those who didn't help fight for Ethiopia. Okay. In 1921, Garvey traveled to the Caribbean aboard a Black Star Line ship. The newly acquired, so he didn't spend all the illegal stock money on these goddamn lemons. And he's buying lemons as ships. So Antonio Maceo with a steam yacht that was built in 1899. She was built for a member of the New York Yacht Club. What? So this ain't even for that. To replace a previous yacht of the same name. Henry Huddleston Rogers of Standard Oil bought her in 1901 and owned her until his death in 1999. While in Jamaica, he criticized its inhabitants as being backward. It's over. We worked 4 or 5 jobs, yo. While in Jamaica, oh shit, come on. While in Jamaica, he criticized its inhabitants as being backward and claimed that Negroes are the most lazy, the most careless, and indifferent people in the world. All right, so look. I don't know who that went to, right? His comments in Jamaica earned many enemies. Yo, he called them Negroes, yo. He's the first Fat Joe. Okay, so he went back to his land and tried to pitch this old. Yeah, he bought a boat. He bought a ship without anybody on board, literally and figuratively, on board with his plan and on board with his physical ship. While in Jamaica, he criticized me as being backward and claimed that Negroes are the most lazy, the most the most careless and indifferent people in the world. His comments in Jamaica earned many enemies who criticized him on multiple fronts, including the fact that he had left his destitute father to die. Yeah, they snitching. Yeah, they spilling the tea, yo. Oh my God. They said, yeah, well, what about you? You left your destitute father to die in the almshouse, in an almshouse. Okay. So if y'all bring up Jamaica, I'm sorry, if y'all bring up Marcus Garvey ever again to FBA, we're gonna say, what about him? He left his father destitute to die in the almshouse. He left his destitute father to die in an almshouse. That is wicked. Attacks back and forth between Garvey and his critics appeared in the letters published by the Gleaner. Okay. All right. So let's go to the charges, right? I say, well, Trump, he got charges. Well, so does your Moses. Criminal charges 1922 to 23. In January 1922, Garvey was arrested and charged with mail fraud for having advertised seller stocks in a ship. Okay, can anybody act like he was not guilty of this? Orion, which the Black Star Line did not yet own, no, he didn't do that. He didn't give you a picture and say, hey, look at this. Give me money for this one. No, he didn't do that. No, he didn't do that. Orion, which the Black Star Line did not yet own. Wait. You go back. In January 1922, Garvey was arrested and charged with mail fraud for having advertised the sale of stocks in a ship, Orion, which the Black Star. Oh my, yo, this is the epitome of scamming. The dude advertised the sale of stocks for a ship that he never owned. Wow. And y'all mad at Hoover? Yeah, he would have, had other that's like Caesar selling them Brooklyn Bridge. Okay, so he was bailed for 2,500, and you know that was a lot. 2,500. That's about I don't know. That's about 40,000 now. Hoover and the BOI were committed to securing a conviction. Right. He damaged black FBAs. He stole their money and lied with a scam. He had a picture of a boat and said, "Yeah, I own this. Buy the stock to it." Oh my God. They had also received complaints from a small number of Black Star Line stock owners who wanted them to pursue the matter further. So they're like, no, investigate more. He got more going on. Garvey spoke out the charges he faced, but focused on blaming not the state, but rival African. Oh, wow. Yo, look what happened here. So he revealed who he was. When it was time to be held accountable for illegal sale of stocks, he blamed FBA. Don't they do that? When they're wrong, instead of being accountable for their incorrections, right? They instead double down and blame FBA. This is wild, yo. As well as accusing disgruntled former members of the UNIA. In a Liberty Hall speech, he implied that the NAACP were behind the conspiracy to imprison him. So he gave J. Edgar Hoover no blame. He said he didn't blame the state. He didn't blame J. Edgar Hoover like you guys do. He said the NAACP were behind the conspiracy to imprison him. The mainstream press picked up on the charge, largely representing Garvey as a con artist. So it ain't me. It ain't my conclusion. As a con artist who has swindled FBA people. Black immigrant scamming FBAs. Tell me, 100 years later, what changed? Okay, let's get back to it. What time is it? Am I good on time? Yes. All right. After his arrest, Garvey announced that the activities of the BSL were being suspended. He also made plans for a tour of the western and southern states. He still, so he want to go to LA? Or he disrespecting y'all? This included a parade in Los Angeles, partly to woo back members of the UNIA's California branch, which had recently sprinted off to become independent. In June 1922, Garvey met with Edward Young Clark. Okay, so now look at the context. So he met with the Klan. Yo, check this out. He met with the Klan when FBA started to depart from him. Look at this. Move back members of the UNIA's California branch, which had recently splintered off to become independent. So people leaving him. And this guy said, all right, you know what? Screw you. I'm gonna get Whitey to go to Africa. We'll go to South Africa. Whatever. Whitey, you have to come to South Africa. So look at this. He met with Edward Young Clark, the Imperial Wizard. I mean, he met the top Klan at the Klan's offices in Atlanta. Garvey made a number of incendiary speeches in the months leading up to that meeting. In some, he thanked the whites for Jim Crow. Oh, no. Yo, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. He thanked the whites for Jim Crow. Blacks abandoned the scam, the unlicensed stock, and he met with the Klan like, oh, screw them, man. You're like, really, y'all start lynching. Y'all start lynching, bro. Really, man. Y'all should bring back lynching. Okay. So he thanked the whites for Jim Crow. Garvey once stated, now this is either true, we got sources here. We got sources here. Okay. So he once stated, now how come this is never repeated in the conscious community? He thanked the whites for Jim Crow. Garvey once stated, I told you to watch her. I had something, bro. I told you I had something. I regard the Klan, the Anglo-Saxon clubs, and white American society, as far as the Negro is concerned, as better friends of the race than all. I can't even read this straightforward. He said the Klan is more of an ally to FBA. And y'all think differently today that things change. He said the Klan and Jim Crow is more, he got more love with that than FBA. The people who gave him his money to accumulate $2 million to buy all the ships. They no Klan money. To buy all the ships, it was FBA money. And he gave the Klan and Jim Crow all of the credit. He said, I regard the Klan, the Anglo-Saxon club, and white American society, as far as the Negro is concerned, as better friends of the race than all other groups of hypocritical whites put together. I like honesty and fair play. So he's talking about Klan and honesty and fair play. You may call me a Klansman if you will. Wait, hold on. So anybody know that? Anybody know that he was a Klan? See, now if you say that in public society, they'll laugh at you. If you said Garvey, black folks, FBA, hell no, ain't no leader. It's fucking Klan, the Klansman. They will laugh at you. The dude said, you may call me a Klansman, if you will. But potentially every white man is a Klansman as far as a Negro in competition with whites, socially, economically, and politically is concerned. And there is no use of lying. And there's no use lying. This guy made a pact with the worst and the dumbest and the poorest white society. Okay. News of Garvey's meeting with the KKK soon spread, and it was covered on the front page of many African-American newspapers, causing widespread upset. So W. Du Bois, like, I told y'all, man, that's your boy. Is that your king right there? When news of the meeting was revealed, it generated much surprise and anger amongst FBAs. You see, we're on code. Grant noted that it marked the most significant turning point in his popularity. Several prominent Black Americans, Chandler Owen, A. Philip Rudolph, William Pickens, and Robert Bagnall, launched the Garvey Must Go campaign. You see? Don't y'all see that now? Go home, go home, go home. So this FBA chant, as a matter of fact, I'll say, I mean, even Bantu kept it real. He said, that's bad. He kept it real. So they said, Garvey must go. So now, again, not all Black, so I got to remind you FBAs, pay attention. Not all Black immigrants. Matter of fact, let me say it like this. Black immigrants are not your ops. They're not your enemy. Our enemy is anyone who is trying to undermine what we're trying to do, our collective goal. So if Black immigrants are in that undermining, we call them tethers. If white folks are in that, we call them racist, white supremacy suspect, whatever. But there's a name for everybody. Okay, as long as people are not trying to stop us, put an obstacle in front of what we're trying to get done as a collective, they're not our ops. You only become our ops when you're in the way. So you see in the chat, some folks are in the way, so as a result, they're called ops. And to identify them correctly, depending where you're coming from, what country, you are a tether. You are white supremacist, you are this, that, this, that. Okay. So if you identify an op who's undermining, because we don't undermine anything Jamaica got going on in Jamaica. We don't undermine anything Trinidad got going on in Trinidad. Any Trinidadian got going on in Trinidad. We don't undermine any Nigerian what they got going on in Nigeria. Okay. So we cool on that. But y'all trying to undermine what we got in our country, in America. This don't even apply to you. So when you do that, you're called an enemy, an op, and we identify you specifically. White supremacist, tether, or whatever. Okay. So when you are the op and you're undermining this, and you're an immigrant, we gotta say Garvey must go. That applies to all of the immigrants who are undermining this. Our chant is Garvey must go. That's the chant. And MC Fact produced the Garvey Must Go campaign. And thank you, bro. In the chat. Garvey must go. The KKK in 1920 were the most scariest white people in America to FBA. Known for violence and terrorism. And you're saying that they are the best among white folks. You got to go. So this is our chant. Garvey must go. Campaign in the wake of the revelation, many of these critics played to nativist ideas by emphasizing Garvey's Jamaican identity and sometimes calling for a deportation. So we wanted him out of here. The same way Trump is campaigning, get out. Okay, we said get out, Trump said get out. Okay. Pickens, who is the quarterback of the backup quarterback of the Eagles, or the wide receiver of the Steelers? Okay. And several other of Garvey's critics claim to have been threatened and sometimes physically attacked by Garveyites. Uh-oh, here they go. Randolph reported receiving a severe hand in the post, accompanied by a letter from the KKK threatening him to stop criticizing. Oh my God. Yo, the KKK, they validated for your boy, Garvey must go. GMG. GMG, baby, GMG. GMG, baby, GMG. Okay, so a letter from the KKK threatening him to stop criticizing Garvey and join, and then they bully him to join Garvey's movement. Why do the KKK care? Yo, that is wild. The viewership dropped because they can't deal with this. Half the viewership dropped reading about Garvey because y'all champion him as your king. And now you're faced with this groundbreaking news, and now you're upset, you're gonna cry, you're gonna throw a tantrum, mess up your room, whatever. But you'll be back. You'll be back Friday. You get over it. Because you have to face the truth. Okay. In 1922, also brought some success from Garvey. He attracted the country's first black pilot, Hubert Leroy Julian, to join the. He's still getting recruits. Okay. So the group also launched his Booker T. Washington University from the UNI. Okay. I think we're done here. Yeah, I think we're done. So on June 18th, let's get to the bottom of the trial. On June 18th, on 18th of June 18th, the jurors retired to deliberate on the verdict. Returning after 10 hours, they found Garvey himself guilty, but his 3 co-defendants not guilty. So you see, they didn't wrap up the FBA's in this scam. They held him solely guilty. Garvey was furious with this verdict, shouting abuse in the courtroom and calling both the judge and the district attorney damn dirty Jews. Oh, look, you see? You see? So you notice that when Tether's called Tariq Nasheed, they always want him to condemn these people. It's like, why? Why are you obsessed with these particular white people? You got the KKK, you got white supremacists, the right wingers, extreme. all these folks, but you're focused on these people. What is the obsession? Who paid you? Imprisoned in the tombs, jailed while waiting sentencing, he continued to blame a cabal for the verdict. In contrast, prior to this, he had never expressed anti-Semitic sentiment and was supportive of Zionism. Look, it gets worse. He was supportive of Zionism. He was, and now he's this guy, he always had an agenda. You make somebody mad, you get their agenda, their true agenda. When it came back to sentencing, Max sentenced Garvey to 5 years imprisonment and a $1,000 fine, which is like who knows, maybe, I don't even know now, but it's a lot of money. Okay, so the severity of the sentence, which was harsher than those given to similar crimes at the time, may have been in response to Garvey's anti-Semitic outbursts. So that burned him more. So he wouldn't even did all that time and just shut his mouth. He felt that they had been biased because of their political objections to his meeting with the acting imperial wizard of the KKK the year before. So he agreed. In 1928, Garvey told the journalists, when they wanted to get me, they had a small hat judge try me and a small hat prosecutor. I would have been free, but 2 small hats on the jury held out against me 10 hours and succeeded in convicting me. Whereupon the small hat judge gave me the maximum penalty. Okay, all right. So bad too. Garvey was suspect to me when his opponents making people, yeah, exactly, bro. But most people don't even know. Right. So hold on. So I think you're a fair guy. Okay, so I'm gonna rent you up. Okay, you come off as a fair guy. Okay. A week after the sentence, 2,000 Garvey protesters met at Liberty Hall to denounce Garvey's conviction at a miscarriage of justice. However, with Garvey imprisonment, United membership began to decline. Why? Why can't the next guy just step up and continue the mission to go back to Africa and the Caribbeans and Cuba? Why does it fall when the leader's gone? Like, that's a weak system. And there was a growing schism between its Caribbean and African American members. From jail, Garvey continued to write letters and news and articles lashing out at those he blamed for the conviction, focusing much of his criticism on the NAACP. He's like, dude, like he's all over it. Okay. So he's back in Jamaica. I want to see anything T-worthy here. Okay, nothing there. No more T. All right. All right, so that's it. So he left Jamaica as a broken man, broken in spirit, broken in health, and broken in pocket. Damn. And I would never go back. Wait. Garvey said, I left Jamaica a broken man, broken in spirit, broken in health, broken in pocket. And I will never go back to Jamaica. Wow. This is not a good look at all. Wow. All right, let's continue. I'm not gonna be long tonight. I gotta wake up early. Right. Now listen to
The
how
similarities between Jamaica.
look at how Jamaicans look at Haitians. Okay, so it ain't about. Ain't it funny that when you hear Jamaicans talk, like a lot of their anger just goes towards FBAs, but they're not honest. Their anger is spread. It's spread throughout black countries. It ain't just FBAs. Look at this. This is a Jamaican woman calling him out. calling out her people. Like I do. I call FBA when we're acting disgusting and unbecoming. That's the right thing to do.
Jamaica's and US politics. The similarities between Jamaica's and US politics make me so uneasy because both countries have pushed a brand of nationalism that is completely unhinged. And it goes like this. I am who I am because of my nationality. I am this exceptional person because of my nationality. There is no other country.
Oh, by the way, I'm trying to get her. I'm trying to invite her in my live. I'm definitely trying to get her in my live.
Whose people are as exceptional as us, and everyone else is than us.
That is the Jamaican's perspective. She said it's all about Jamaicans. Everybody else is less than. So she's giving you the Jamaican mindset. Everybody is, look, one more time. She's saying this is the Jamaican mindset.
People are as, there is no other country whose people are as exceptional as us.
Okay, so Jamaicans are the hierarchy. Go ahead.
And everyone else is less than us.
Okay. Now, that's not that bad because every country probably feel like that. So I'm not mad at that. That's how most every confident country feels. So that's not a bad thing. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be unbiased. That's who I am. So that's not bad, right? That's not bad.
But simultaneously, by everyone else, we mean everyone else, black and brown. Now, this presents a problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little pride, right? That's a little pride talk. But if you start to demonstrate that, it's one thing to believe it. But if you start to execute and demonstrate that, now it's a problem. I think that's where she's going.
Problem for Jamaica, because unlike the United States, we are a black majority country. So by taking the stance that people from black and brown countries are not welcome because they're going to make our country worse, but yet we don't have the same smoke for people from Asia and people from European countries.
Okay, so now she's saying they cooning. She's saying that they only got smoke for black and brown. They don't have smoke for the white man.
We don't
got Cool's graphics.
have that smoke for them. Because what do they supposedly make our country better?
Okay, so she's explaining the self-hatred mindset in Jamaica. So that's different. So now I gotta take back what I said. That's different. That's not a black folks thing. Like black folks don't say, "Hey, we're just better than all black people in the world." No. Like, in the FBA, like we think we're the best in the world. Yeah, we don't. That's wild.
And so what we find ourselves doing as a black majority country is we make space for people from European and Asian countries and other countries that we consider desirable.
Yeah, what I was trying to tell you is that I'm driving and I'm moving. You know what I mean? I'm moving around. So what I was trying to say to my good dear brother is that I can give you the phone number to call, or we can talk, or I can send you the computer link. You can join me, and we can have maybe a 30-minute conversation. Okay, because I'm tied up today. We can do that real fast, and we can chop it up, have an honest dialogue, if you want to do it that way. Or if you want to just comment or ask some questions, then you probably got to wait until like this evening where I'm actually settled down. Cause right now I'm moving around, driving, and it's like I'm trying to read and comment and not crash. So that's why I said, hey man, just if you want to the phone number or the computer link, let me know. But if not, we can comment in chat later this evening. And then I can answer some of your questions, and you can answer mine. Let me know how you feel about that. You want the computer link now, or the phone number to call, or do you want to just comment? You know, I could go live later and we can. And matter of fact, do this for me. Let me give you this also. Give me 1 second. Let me give you this right here. I'm going to give you a link. Well, I'm trying to tell you, I'm working. I'm not stationary. I'm moving around, so it's kind of hard to. I'm driving a lot, so it's kind of hard to chat and even read. But hold on, I got something for you. One second. I think this is right here. Okay, so do me a favor and click this link right here. So do me a favor and click this link right here. Okay, click that link because that's where I normally have my content on. So this is my backup channel. So I say, you know what, let me share because I got different subscribers. So I say, all right, let me start to introduce my subscriber on this channel to some of the content of my other channel. So if you subscribe to this channel you're on now, and then that link channel, so you'll know when I'm live both times. Yeah, Garvey was a non-factor. Well, I can't say non. He had some influence. He wasn't like 100% relevance, but he had some influence on Black culture. I can't say non-factor, but he's definitely a non-factor today. Like anything he was talking about in the 1900s, that's like it's definitely like old news, outdated. It doesn't stand up against the test of time. But do me a favor, because I tried to give you the link where we could have talked on the phone or talked against the computer, but I gotta leave from this office. Like I said, I'm mobile. I can't stay right here in the office. I gotta leave again. So, but if you was able to call or click the link, then I could carry my phone with me. But so I will go live later again, and I might go live in the other channel. Matter of fact, like I said, subscribe, hit that link and subscribe to that channel because I'm gonna go live again, but it'll be on my main channel. But I gotta end this live right here. I appreciate you, bro. Just subscribe to this channel so you know when I'm live, and then hit that link and subscribe to that channel because I will be live on that channel